YouTube, welcome to my YouTube channel. All right, so last week made a big push, got a lot of listings up this weekend, and I actually got my 1888 San Francisco Mint Morgan in today. I already listed it. Definitely will be profiting $100 on that. So this past week, yesterday was a nice day for sales. Had $241 in sales. Uh, my goal is to at least do $100 a day. So Saturday almost 100, Friday did 100, Thursday sucked 27, Wednesday 129, and Tuesday was great at 219. So I'm currently promoting pretty much all my listings at least 2%. Most of them are at 5%, especially the new pins I listed, and have a 50% sale on older inventory that's been on eBay for over a year, and I'm running a 20% across the board sale. I've been changing the way I've been doing my sales too. So normally I would let the sale expire and then I would post a new sale, refreshing the very next day. And now I'm letting it kind of get to the end so I get some more sales Sunday, and then I'm refreshing um, the actual discounts. So to kind of get how that works, here's all the sales that we've gotten off of that, and let me show you. So we've got a 20% off sale, 1,421 items, and then a 50% off sale. Unfortunately, I have 781 items that are well over a year old. So looking forward to get rid of that stuff. On some of the smaller items or the clothing, hopefully I can have a garage sale this Saturday, and I'll just take a bunch of stuff off of eBay and blow it out at a garage sale for $2 to $3. Just get rid of it. So, anyways, wanted to show you what I got up. I want to show you that Morgan Silver Dollar. I did a video on this last week. I was really excited when I bought it. So here it is. So we've got listed at 180, and the comps for sold Morgans are kind of all over the place. It's basically up to the buyer what they're willing to pay, and these are some of the photos. And this is a very hard to find coin in this uh, type of quality, and even in like the crappiest quality, it starts at $100. 80 is a really good price. Someone's already watching it. I literally just listed it minutes ago, and this is how this is going to show. So I've got it sponsored, so it shows up on the very first page if someone's searching for this. Do I'm gonna make sure we're doing San Francisco Mint here. So there's 14 listed, and this is what we've got new listed. Really good price at 180. This guy just listed one for 406.49. I mean, we've got a graded one, another graded one. Graded, if they come back a straight grade, they can go for a pretty high dollar. Look at this one. This one's like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, even in the garbage mode, garbage looking coins will sell. And then, yeah, that's not even a San Francisco. So I think I got a good price for mine listed. I will give a shout out to Collectibles. They've got a really nice on one they just listed today. It's got a big old scratch here, and it's similar looking to mine, although it's got some like harsher cleaning marks versus mine. So they'll probably sell theirs fast. I'm watching that one to see when they'll get rid of that one. But let's get let me show you what I got up. I'm always amazed on eBay like what actually sells. I got a lot of I have a lot of 2001. That's really high. I don't think I've had that many listed in quite some time. So we'll do a search here. Okay, so we've got just listed. Been going pretty hardcore on listing pins. The nice thing with pins is it doesn't take very many photos. You can list them pretty quickly. Even if you don't find a comparable, um, it's easy to get those up, and they're like super small. I literally have hundreds listed, and it all fits in this bag. So shipping's easy. Way better than clothing. Way better than shoes. I mean that if I were to have 150 like sweaters or shirts or shoes, I mean it would take up a lot of space. Plus, you got to have like big boxes and all kinds of packing for it. It's just not worth it for clothing unless it's like something rare. It's worth listing or nicer, like brand new. But I'm just gonna blow that out on the next garage sale. So here are the pins that I got up. This one's kind of cool. I didn't know there was a USA Pair Bureau, but there is. And I've got a pin for it. So I purchased this pin lot from another YouTuber. They did an estate sale out of a old house in Orlando, Florida, and they were just grabbing random items. And what was cool about that auction, I was able to pick up all these pins for like 47 cents each. So I bought a lot. I didn't get every single lot, so there's obviously other interested buyers. But I like buying the pins, so I highly recommend if you purchase pins, if you can get them for like 50 cents or less, and they're old vintage ones. Worst case, you sell them for like $4. I mean, again, they're super fast, easy to get up, and or you can lot them all together if you're super lazy. So I got some Central Florida blood band pin, blood band. I think I listed it wrong. Should be bank. See, I already noticed. Well, that's this one. You guys ever do that? You ever list something and then you don't have the right keywords? So you don't if you don't have the right keywords, guess what? No one's gonna buy your item. All right, so we got that fixed. Some of the pins were brand new, which is kind of tough to take photos. Yeah, just say no button. Like, dude, that's from the 80s. And you would think like, dude, what are you doing, man? Like, why are you listing all these pins? Like, no one's gonna buy them. Well, I beg to differ. So I've actually there's a really nice antique um, antique. I wouldn't say store, but it's like a bunch of stores inside like a commercial space. So it's kind of set off. So I'm in Elk Grove Village, Illinois, and off of one of the roads. There's a lot of like businesses, like commercial style buildings. And someone decided to rent out a pretty large commercial space to a bunch of antique booths. And I noticed not a lot of the booths had smalls, like pins, but the ones that did, some of the pins were pretty expensive. Some were pretty cool. I was going to do a video on it, but then I don't know. I probably should. So next time I go in there, I might do a video because people like to watch that kind of stuff, like on location. But for the most part, a lot of the prices were pretty high. Um, there were some cool like 1920 pins, where like kind of metal medallions used to get for the high schools around here when like you participate in track and field or baseball. I thought they were cool. I was gonna grab one because they only had it listed for like $20 if it was actually gold, but then I looked it up on eBay and it's just like gold filled. But you can find so anything that's gold filled, you can typically get over 15 bucks for because there is gold in it and the pin will last a long time. Here's a cool, really old Shriners pin. So anything Masonic, so having to do with like Moose or Shriners or any type of fraternal organizations, even like fraternities, sororities, those sell pretty quick. I like to buy like defunct like old stores. So I'm 48 years old. I definitely shopped at Montgomery Ward's back in the day. Actually, I used to spend some money there when I was working. It was one of the stores you'd go visit to look at electronics when you're a young man. And anything Hard Rock, those are always collectible. You can't even get a Hard Rock pin. Uh, the the new ones, they're all $15 or $20 or more. So that this one's really cool. It's like a clock. And then old Coca-Cola advertising's cool from the 80s. Some of these I had to actually look up, like Capstone. This one's sealed, but it's an actual aviation pin. So again, this one was cool. The Who, it's hard. This is an actual made in. I gotta show you guys this one. So I know who the Who is, and this one's cool because it's made in England. Like, how many pins do you find out in the wild that are actually made in England? And then Disney pins, anything NASA or military related. Ski resorts are popular. Rodeos are popular. This one's like a McDonald's slash Everpure. I don't know what Everpure is, but it's an employee pin. Cruise line related, those sell well. Um, Fraternity pins. This is I'd never heard of the Orlando Miracle, but WNBA, the Women's Basketball Association, is very popular right now with Caitlin Clark out of Iowa. She's definitely bringing more eyes to that sport, and this is when that team started. She's not on that team, obviously. She's on, I forgot what team she's on. She's not in the Miracle, but this is a cool pin because this is the pin they gave you when they opened up. And then anything like World War II or Army military related. This is a Transportation Corp pin. These are cool. It's made in London, gone to London. So sometimes the pins will actually have markings on them. Old Pontiac symbol. This one's cool. Fresh Biscuits, McDonald's. So, that's nice. So let me show you what actually sold. And again, it depends on like your audience. Like when I listed these UCF, so University Central Florida pins, plastic, and it sold within like 5 minutes. And obviously that person belonged or went to that school, so they thought it was cool. Um, I sold three of these vintage Rail Canada logo pins. These are really, really nice, and they're all brand new. I actually had one listed for like 16. The dude's like, "Hey, can I get all three? I'll pay you 36." So I made him a custom lot. This was very cool. So this was a Thomas Edison um, from like 1911 to 1957 when that company existed before they got bought out. And this is like so cool. So this, I guess you would give this if you work there, you'd have to hang your token, your tool token, and then check a tool out. And if you lost this token, they charge you 50 cents, which probably was a lot of money back in 1911. So, and this was employee 1325. So I just thought this was cool. So this sold really fast. A guy's like, hey, I knew someone would be collecting old phonographs or phones or whatever heck they're called. Very, very cool piece of history. And again, I got this for under 40 cents because I bought a big lot of tokens from that same estate sale in Orlando, Florida. And again, I'm in Elk Grove Village, Illinois here, so it's not like um, I'm close to that. So I appreciate that seller, listing that stuff. And it's not a whatnot thing. Um, it was I purchased it off of YouTube. This is one of the audiobooks I bought. This probably is the most expensive one I've sold so far. Got a big bunch of those. Got $1.25 in each one of those. Old Elvis album. This Mickey Mouse watch. I picked up a lot of them from a eBay seller, but the eBay seller is local to me. It's a town over, and they are pretty much known for selling gold and silver. So they buy out a lot of estates, or people bring a lot of their stuff in. So they lotted up a bunch of Mickey Mouse watches. I did really, really well. I paid up for those, but a lot of them were like brand new. This one was brand new too. Don't sleep on Transformer toys. Again, $5.60. Like seriously, you would just blow right by it. A little bit plastic. It's old. It's from the 80s. Someone paid $5 for it. And again, I like listing that stuff, even though some of it's not big money. Although some of them you get like $30 if they're really rare. But I just think it's cool because I know someone who collects toys, has this uh, Computron Technobot, and they're missing this weapon, and they can appreciate me as a seller to find it for them. And it's kind of like a finder's fee. It's like, all right, what's your other alternative? Go out there yourself and try and find this. It's like needle and haystack. This is a very cool. It's the 80s. It was brand new. It's Metallica. It's got a little mark on it, but this sold right away. This sold within 5 minutes. Which I sold this, and then I went to the antique booths, and I was looking for anything Metallica, and obviously nothing was Metallica there. They didn't have any babies either, which I thought was kind of interesting. This spring is very nice. They're always made out of precious metals. So this is real turquoise that was cut, and the actual metal parts are all sterling silver. And again, I maybe have a few bucks into this watch. I replaced the battery. The band was really nice. And even this part here is sterling silver. I think I got like one more of those watches left. So it's really cool when you buy like a lot of watches to find really nice stuff like this inside. So if you see that laying around, this big old turquoise thing, just grab it. It's a $92 bill. You probably can get it for under $5 because the seller probably doesn't know what it's worth. Um, and then even old books. This one's really old from 1949. I thought it was interesting too at the antique booth. Some of the sellers like who specialized in books, they had like these behind glass. Man, there were some books in there that were like 1863. I think I saw one that was made printed in 1697. It's like, dude, that's insane. That wasn't made here in the United States. Obviously, it came from Europe. That kind of stuff's really cool. But it's like so old, you like don't even want to touch it or open it up because the pages will probably fall out. So sold some comics. The sports pins I like to kind of lot up, especially like Blackhawks. It's baseball season now too, so anything you find out there that's baseball related, probably want to get that listed right away. So if you have um, any baseball team or memorabilia or clothing or hats or pins, whatever, get that listed now because that audience is back in action. This one's cool. This is an old Azrael from the Smurfs, $17 bill. I've had this listed for a long time, so it's cool that that finally sold. And you want to look for Schleich or Peo. Those are worth some money. And then speaking of baseball, here's the Greg Maddux jersey I sold for $62. I picked this up at a garage sale. The guy gave it to me for like $5. That was wow. That was like over. Was that last year in June or the year before? I don't even remember. So you can sell some stuff on eBay. And again, I've been really, really listing hard. So and then to look at the sell-through rate, which has probably gone down because I've listed so many items, but I'm at a 20% sell-through rate. So all that simply means is that every 90 days, with 21, 22 listed items, I've sold 423. So 20% of the stuff that I get listed sells. So if I list like 10 things, um, two items will sell, um, per day, which I think is kind of cool. So, anyways, guys, I hope you appreciate this video. This was a score. So again, I'm here to make you realize certain things are worth more to actually get listed. Again, if you guys want to resell clothing or shoes, that's your prerogative. I'm just saying it takes up a lot of space. Pins are super easy. You don't have to set up this like big, thing with a bunch of lighting. You just take the photos in the light booth. And obviously with pins, you want to put like a quarter or a penny next to each one to show the actual size. And if they have precious metals in them, like gold or silver, you definitely want to weigh the item. So that way, I probably list that under scrap. And I did sell the gold pins. I'll show you those. So, and I showed this in the prior video, but this was carat gold with a real sapphire, sold for $48. You would totally blow by it. It's super tiny. This guy here, these are all real diamonds. This was missing. one of the diamonds. Someone bought it for scrap, 105 bucks. I paid 80 for it because it was real gold, but that was a quick $20 bill. Sold it within a day. And this is the biggest score of all the pins. I've done a few videos on this. This was solid 14 karat. For 14K. So if you see 10K or 14K, not 1/10th or 1/20th, because that's gold fill, you want to just see that. You've got yourself some solid gold. And 2 gram, a gram of 14 carats, probably close to like 56 bucks nowadays, probably close to 60 now. So gold has definitely gone up. So do not sleep on pins. I'm telling you, if you guys are out of state sales, garage sales, and they're hard to spot. There's a little, might be a little itty bitty box with a bunch of pins in there or a bag of pins. It's worth looking through it. And if one of them has 10K or 14 karat and you can pick them all up for under a buck each, dude, just buy them all. And worst case, if you get a bunch of pins that aren't worth much, you can still lot them up to make it worth your while. So appreciate you guys watching my channel. Let me know in the comments if you found any 14 karat or 10 karat items this small, and just don't blow by them. You never know what you're going to find. Talk to you in the next one, guys. Bye bye.